We're going to start off with top to bottom, but we're going to start off with the neck. Now, the neck, as I say, we could probably spend a good 20 minutes doing every single muscle in the neck, but we're not going to. We're going to do our neck rotations that we use. In fact, I've not even introduced myself. Full body mobility. It's not, is it? It's not full body. Upper body. Upper body mobility with a bit of everything. And again, crowd participation, live people. If there's anything that you want to do during it, please let your voice be heard. If you've got any questions, Karen's not here, which is a damn shame. Karen likes a good question. You know I like a good question. It's your mobility session, people on live. So please, if you feel that there's an area which needs a bit more work, we can spend a bit more time on it. But apart from that, I'll be going through my template. But it's a flexible one, so please let your voice be heard, unless your name begins with L and ends in Y. And then we're going. I'm not saying your name because I'm picking on you apparently, and it's getting thrown out there that I'm a bully. Anyway, we're going to start off. Let's get into it. I'm chit-chatting too much. We're going for the neck. Now, the neck is an individual thing, okay? You might feel that the way I'm holding it is okay, but then another angle's slightly not okay. So what we're going to do is what we normally do for a class, and we're going to do our neck rotations. Now, I just want you to simply relax the arms. Just let them hang naturally, okay? So I want all my shoulder girdle completely relaxed. Now, we're going to do 2 full rotations, okay? And I want you to go as slow as I'm going here. Now, what I'm trying to do is just simply identify, as you're going round, you're looking for areas that feel tight. So when your head's back, make sure you're looking up. And all I'm trying to do is just lengthen out every portion of my neck while keeping these shoulders relaxed. So I'm going to go for 2 rotations clockwise and then 2 rotations anti-clockwise or vice versa. Now I want you to make a mental note of any angles that you feel need a good bit of work. For most people, you're going to find straight lateral, straight off to the left and right immediately. Here, your upper trapezius, upper traps, you're going to find a bit of tightness in there most probably, okay? But also, you might find that if you tuck your chin in a wee bit with an angle here, you feel that muscle up the back of your neck running into your back. That also gets a bit tight. Tuck the chin in, okay? And all I want you to do is just make a mental note because we don't have time to do every single detail here, okay? So once you've done your 2, now I want you to pick 2 angles. 2 angles which you feel need the most work. Again, if you're not sure, just copy me, but for most people, it's going to be immediate to the side, okay, which is going to hit your upper trapezius. You're going to feel that on the other side, or it's probably going to be somewhere along the front, or somewhere along, if you just bring your neck down at an angle, 45 degrees, you'll probably find it's back there as well. So pick one out of 2. We're going to do 2, if that makes any sense to anyone. I don't even know if it makes sense to me, but we're going to just get into it. Pick your side, I'll explain. We're going to do 2 angles, okay, so 2 stretches for the neck, okay, both sides, so 4 stretches in total. Now the first part, if you're wanting to, you take it to the side, okay, so whatever angle you've picked, you're taking it to the side. And all I'm trying to do here is get a good stretch on and relax. Now obviously this is requiring me to use a bit of strength in my neck to actually pull it that way. So what I would like you to do is use your hand. Place your hand just on top of your head and just use that hand to gently, and I say gently because it's important you don't go too far too soon, just start pulling that neck. Now make sure you're lengthening out the neck muscles and you're not just going like this and pulling your body off to the side, okay? So I'm staying up nice and tall, nice and proud, and these shoulders are relaxed still, okay? Now what you can do if you're doing the lateral is then you're just going immediately to the side like I am and you're feeling it sweeping down the traps on the top there. Get your arm, put it behind your back, and straight away when you do that, you'll probably feel it a lot more, okay? Make sure when you put your arm back that you don't round the shoulder, okay? Don't round the shoulder. Keep it nice and tall and pinned. And you'll find just by doing that, you can get a bit more into the stretch, okay? Now again, if you've chosen a different angle, play around with your arm position. All I've done here, by moving my arm back, I want you to understand what we're doing. We're lengthening out those muscles more, okay? So you're able to get a better stretch straight away. So if you're at a different angle, play around with it. See what you can do to enhance the stretch. Now what am I doing here? I'm taking it further and further and further safely. Okay, so I'm getting a damn good stretch here. Right where I'm needing it. And again, a lot of people will probably benefit from this one, just going immediate to the left and right. I'm going to relax out at that one, shake it out. Move your neck slowly, not too quickly, okay? We don't want to jerk it or anything. And then we're going to do the same on the opposite side now, okay? So all I'm going to do, relax the shoulders, let them hang free, and then just get straight into it. So again, get the feel of it, make sure you're relaxed, make sure you're not tensed up against it. You can get straight into getting the arm on top and just gently adding a bit of pressure, okay? And all I'm doing now is just holding my position and trying to add a bit more pressure and stretch out a bit more again with the opposite arm. Tuck it up behind the back. You can tuck it up as far as you can, okay? So if your mobility is not great and you put it here, you'll probably feel it a lot. If your mobility is a bit better, throw it up the back, okay? But again, make sure that when you're putting it behind you, you're not causing that shoulder to round, because otherwise we defeat the whole point in it, okay? So we're not lengthening out the muscle. So again, most people on live are just copying me, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine, because again, this is one area you'll probably feel it most. The next, when we go on to the next side, same idea, but different angle, okay? So we're targeting upper trapezius here, which you'll feel. You'll feel it, that's your upper trapezius. Big muscle group that runs down your back, almost like a diamond shape down your back. Big muscle group, okay? A lot of people just think that muscle's up here. It's not, it's massive. It runs all the way down the centre of your back, down to about here. Okay, relax out of that one, shake it out. Okay, so now this is your choice. So you can either, I'm going to show you a few examples. If you're feeling it pretty tight on the back of your neck, then what do we do? Think about it. You're going to want to lengthen those muscle groups out. So I'm going to tuck my chin in, okay, and then I just want you to play around with your arms. You might find you struggle to lengthen it out. But then if you're feeling it, because I'm going to go for the front, okay, if you're feeling it pretty tight, which again a lot of people get, this gets forgotten about, I want you to put the chin up, keep the shoulders relaxed, and again what you do with your arms is up to you, but most probably you'll feel a better stretch if you put them behind you and pull them down. So that's what I'm going to go for, okay? A couple of examples is you could be tucking in at 45 degrees, okay? Same stretch, but pulling it at 45 degrees instead of lateral, and you're going to target that muscle group up the back. Oh man, I can't even remember the name of it. I really must learn these. Anyway, where was that? So I'm doing the front of my neck. Now again, with these holds, explore, so I can lean to the side a wee bit and I can really bring it into this side, okay? So you've got a minute and a half to do both sides. So all I'm doing here by lifting my chin up, I'm just slightly leaning off to the left, which is going to stretch out my right more. And then I'm going to change it slightly off to the right, which is going to lengthen out the left more. Okay, so I want you, whatever muscle group you've chosen, this is why we could spend a lot of time on the neck. Okay, there's a lot of tightness, and again, a good way to do this is to be able to grab something heavy in a hand. So if you had something heavy right now, big heavy kettlebell, big heavy bottle of water or something, it would have to be a big 5-litre bottle. Something that can pull that arm down a bit more. Or of course you can just grab a hold of something to anchor your hand. Just be creative with it. I'm trying to make you understand that all you're doing here is just trying to lengthen out the muscles. It's not a case of, to do the stretch properly, you must position your hand here on the lower back. You're putting it there for a reason. Okay, you might find a better place to put it. Relax out of that. Good. So again, we've got a lot of tightness up there. You feel that, a lot of people hold that all day long, end up walking around like this, and they don't even realise it until they realise that they're not relaxed. So, geez, oh, we were nearly doing jumping jacks and knees to chest to sky there. I'm reading the wrong thing. That was a small and circuit. Anyway, we're going to get into, well, downward dog posterior chain. I hate calling it downward dog. I really hate it. But there's no other name for it. So, well, there is for posterior chain stretch, but it doesn't sound quite as cool. So with this one, we're going to be going for 3, transitioning into the hoot cobra, right? So, but I want you to listen to me and pay attention. The first one we're doing now is just a standard one, okay? Feet are roughly just outside shoulder width apart. I'm pushing the weight back through my hips, trying to straighten out my back, push my chest and head through my arms as a unit, and keeping my knees fully locked out, okay? So I'm just getting a good stretch on here. Simple, basic, default, okay? We're not doing anything crazy yet. Again, with this, we're trying to actively take it further. It is not a case of a static hold. I'm trying to take it further. I'm trying to enhance it. I'm trying to mobilise my full body. Good, and then I'm up on top of my hands, and then I'm simply lowering those hips down. Take your time with it again. play around with the position, make sure it's right for you. Okay, and this is where you'll realise if you've got a tight core. If your core's pretty tight, if you've done a lot of core work, it's feeling pretty tight, you'll definitely feel it on this stretch if it is. Hip flexors may feel it, groin even to a degree, but if you're feeling pretty mobile and not too sore, it's still a good mobilisation movement for that spine, okay? So we're just overextending the spine, but safely with gentle persuasion. Okay. Right, this time when you come back up, I want you to get your feet, place them wider than normal, okay? So pretty wide. And then simply get back into that position. And now we're going to introduce, before you start doing it, just have a quick watch of me. We're going to try and touch with ankles, okay? But by doing so, I'm getting my arms straight and I'm twisting underneath my body, okay? What I'm not doing is starting to drop the knees and just simply reaching, because there's no stretch happening there, okay? So to do it properly, you might find that you're here going, hit, trying to use the force, okay? But that's better than just doing that, okay? So again, we're going to go reach under, reach under, reach under and twist. Pause, squeeze, push through, relax, okay? So it's a 5-seconder each side, and that's what I want you to focus on. Trying your best to reach under, okay? Twisting. You're going to feel it in your hamstrings, you're going to feel it in your groin. You're going to feel it on your core, lower back, upper back. It just really depends what you're tightest. Keep the knees soft. Don't lock them out, but don't bend them either. Just nice soft knees. And again, keep trying to work. Work through it, okay? It's not just a case of going, hit. It's a case of getting to that limit and pushing through, trying to stretch out whatever muscle group it is for you that you're feeling tight. Now, this is a pretty horrible one, but it's a damn good, effective one, let me tell you. You go as far as you're able to, which might not be far at all, but if you're taking it to your limit and you're trying to push through it, you're going to get better. Okay, and then we're going to come back down. So I like to put my feet closer together for the transition back down. So I'm back down, back into that overextension. Again, you play around with your feet. Go wide, go narrow, whatever works for you, whatever gives you a better stretch. And again, I'm actively trying to push my body through, okay? Bring my chest up and just make sure I'm relaxed, but be careful with that lower back, of course. We'll finish off with just back into our standard one. We won't go for those horrible heel touches, but they are damn good, and I'm sure you're feeling them. Now, those are pretty hard, so don't be disheartened if you're getting nowhere near. Okay, so I'm coming back up, feet just outside shoulder width, back into a normal one. This will probably feel a lot better now. After doing the heel touches, you'll probably find that this is a much better position you're in compared to the very first one you've done there. We've loosened everything off a bit more. So a damn good stretch, this one. I rave about it because it really works. I'll do it randomly during the day if I'm feeling a bit sore, stiff, if I've been sat down for a long period of time. I'll throw it into just before I warm up. It just gets a lot of stiffness out. We get a lot for it. Okay, and like I say, it's working everything up the back end of that body. Right, up on your feet, get a sip of water, as always. Right, we're going to get into a feel-good one. What do I mean by feel-good? It's not really going to benefit your mobility. It's not really a static hold, stretch or anything. It's just a feel-good one. We're going to get a lot of kind of, what's the word? Tightness maybe out. But it's not really something that will benefit you long-term. But we're going to do it anyway, and it's only going to take a second. It's the big bear hug ones, okay? And what we're trying to do with this, I'll very quickly show you, is reach forwards. Now, if you've got something you can anchor your hands on, do so. I'm not going to bother because most of these don't, so what's the point? But if you've got something you can hang your hands onto and pull away from, that'll help enhance it. But everybody else, including me, I'm just going to do it without. What we're trying to do, all the muscles on your back, so that whole upper back, I want you to imagine you're trying to spread all those muscles out, okay? Stretch them all out. So all I'm going to do is imagine there's a big bear in front of me wanting a hug. Okay, so I'm going to have to get my arms around this bear because I want to scratch its back. Yep. So visualization's powerful here. Work with me. So I'm going to go round, big hug, get my arms around this big bear, push forwards, but then at the same time, as I'm pushing my hands forwards, I'm imagining that I'm pulling my body away from my hands. You can clasp the hands together and then really pull really go for it, okay? So all I want you to do is, like I say, imagine you're trying to pull those shoulder blades apart. You're pushing your hands away from you, pulling your body away from your hands. Now, I've no doubt if you're doing this properly, you'll feel it. This is where if you have got something to hold on to, you can lean away from it and use gravity to take it even further, okay? And then we can get something from it a lot more. But we don't all have that, and I'm in front of the camera, so I'm just showing you that we can still get a good bit out of this. Feel free to add a bit of a twist in. See if that does anything for you. All while keeping that core stretch on. So I'm continually pushing my hands away from me and pulling my body away from my hands. And then relax out of that. That's a feel good one. We can get a lot. Don't be ripping that guttering off your wall. Geez, oh. Right. Okay. That'll be my fault. So, yeah, if you have got something to hold on, where does the camera focus on? Can you see me if I'm over here? Can you see me? Ah, you can. So if you've got something to hold, why didn't I use this? So if you've got something to hold on to, you can really just lean away from it and use gravity to get a good bit of stretch out. We don't need it, but it'll make it better. But we're done with that anyway. That's a good one. Again, just to get rid of that tightness. Right, next up, we're going to get onto all fours. So get your mat down. We're going to go from some. We're going to go for some spinal mobility work now, okay? So this is another one that's important just to keep on top of. Our spine, like I always say, should be nice and flexible and mobile, okay? We don't really want it doing that during exercise, but it should be able to do that. So I'm on all fours, planting the feet, planting the hands, and then it's a simple case of I'm going to push the hands away into the ground, arch, 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 push everything up towards the sky. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then transition the other way, overextend. Okay, so now I'm arching my back. Again, taking it to the sticking point, pushing through gently. 3, 2, 1, and I'm back into the other one. So we're just going to keep this going. I'm not going to count. I want you just to count in your head. Once you reach that peak of the stretch, that's when you start your countdown, okay? Don't just keep going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you transition, take it as far as I can, feel that limit, then my 5-second countdown, continually trying to take it further. Again, just trying to mobilize this spine. Good, and then arch, 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 push up, push up, push up. Again, you're working at your own pace, so just ignore me now, I'll go quiet. Good, just keep this one going, it's a damn good one. So next we're going to get into our T-spine rotations, okay, which is the exact same position. Now get up onto your knees, shake your arms out, because your arms might be a wee bit tired. Again, we don't want to, this is nice and chilled. We don't want to turn this into too much stress. So we're back onto that original position we were just at, and now we're going to start adding the side rotations in. If you're not sure, copy me. If you are sure, crack on, okay? So all I'm doing, I'm on all fours again. I'm going to get my elbow. I'm getting my shoulder blade together. I've got my temple, I've got my fingertips on the temple. I've got that elbow parallel to the ground. I've got my shoulder blade together. Good form, good posture. All I'm going to do is twist from the upper back and then up, hold, squeeze, pull the shoulder blade together, pull the elbow back and then back down. Now when I'm doing these, I'm taking it as far as I can each time, trying to go a wee bit further. What I'm not doing, everyone, is lifting that hip up. Okay, see the difference? I've just gone really high now. Don't let the hips lift up. So we're keeping this rotation in the thoracic spine, which for you is your upper back pretty much, okay? We're trying to encourage that rotation in our back, not lift the spine up, okay? You'll know straight away if you've lifted the spine. Lifted? Yes, lifted. And again, each time, just try and go a wee bit further. Now this is where, beginner, you might be here going, hit! You know, that's absolutely fine. Everybody's going to have a different point in which they get stuck at. So you take it to that point, try to keep your form tight, try to twist, 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 as if you're trying to get your chest off to the side. Good. Okay, now once you feel you've done a good few of them, we're going to change sides. That's a damn good one as well, okay? That's where if you've got a lot of tightness in your lower back, you'll probably feel it also. Into the other side now, exactly the same. Fingertips on the temple. Okay, I've got that elbow parallel to the ground, and all I'm going to do is simply rotate. Taking it as far as you possibly can. Good. Right, one more. Finish it up here. Right, on that note, thoracic spine leads us nicely into the lats. Okay, we're going to start hitting these big muscles here, which feel, again, like more the armpit area. So we're going to get stuck into them. The first one we're going to do is the bench one, because I really do like this one. The bench one I think is great. Okay, now, again, I'm not boasting. My overhead mobility is pretty good, and I feel a damn good stretch from this. That's why I'm saying it. Okay, so it doesn't matter if your mobility is great, you're going to feel a great stretch from this one. If your mobility is not the best, you're going to feel an amazing all-time brilliant stretch from this, okay? So do it properly, please, do it properly. So the reason I'm going to use my bench, you can use a bench, chair, any raised platform. It doesn't need to be as high as a bench, as long as there's enough room for your head, basically, to get through your arms. Now I'm going to get straight into it so you can see. I've got my elbows on the bench, and I'm going to position my body back so that I'm basically trying to load as much weight onto my arms as I possibly can, which is going to allow more gravity to pull through and allow me to get a better stretch here, okay? So you don't need, you can use a coffee table, okay? It doesn't matter, something that's raised. It doesn't work on the ground, okay? So you could probably get away with even doing it on the edge of your sofa as long as it's not too cushiony. So I've got my elbows on the ledge, right on the edge, and then all I want you to do is push the head through. So my arms are up behind my head. And the reason why we've got this raised platform is, as you can see, my head's going through my arms. Now I've got pretty decent mobility, so I can get my head through, and that's me, I'm holding a good stretch here. People with not so good mobility, you'll probably find you're here, and it's a real struggle. And that's what I'm saying, it doesn't matter where you're at with your mobility, you're going to feel a good one from this. Now what I want you to do is I've got those triceps on the ledge, and I've got my knees positioned far away, so now it feels like all my weight is literally sinking through my arms. Now I need to relax into this. Straight away, or a wee while into this, it's going to get pretty uncomfortable, as in I'm feeling a really good stretch deep in those lats, right in at that shoulder joint also. And this is where you have to be sure that you're not fighting the stretch. You're not pushing your arms into that bench. They're completely relaxed. You're completely dead weight. And again, look at my spine, okay? My spine's nice and neutral. I'm not up arched. I'm completely letting this sink through. So with your arms, it's just better if you've got them behind, your hands behind your head. It's going to help lengthen out your lats, help lengthen out your triceps more. Damn good stretch, this one. I'm a big fan of it. It can get pretty uncomfortable. Try your best to relax into it. Try your best to switch off and just completely become dead weight. Relax the muscle group that you're trying to stretch. Keep going, 10 more seconds. Stay relaxed. And slowly come out of this one. Okay, again, that one can get pretty uncomfortable, but it's a damn good stretch. Shake out, chest, arms across the chest, jeez, oh. Right, so we're gonna get into the next overhead one, which again, I'm a big fan of because it hits it slightly differently. Okay, I'm a big fan of that bench one, I really am. I really enjoy that one now, once it's done. So now I'm going to get into the one where I've got my arms out in front of me, and this is the one where I always make a mess of trying to explain it. I've got my arms out in front of me, exactly the same idea, okay? I'm trying to push my head through, I'm trying to keep my arms straight, and I'm just trying to lengthen everything out. Now, straight away just by doing that, I can feel a stretch, but we're going to take it even further. I want you to get your left hand, put it on top of your right hand. I want you to slide your right hand away and put it back on top of your left hand. And then all I want you to do is the same principle as the bench stretch we've just done. Shift the knees back and then simply just push the head through. You can have the forearms on the ground if you like, as long as it's allowing you to get a good stretch. I've got my forearms on the ground, but I make sure that I keep my elbows locked out, okay? So you shouldn't be relaxed, as in you shouldn't be, you know, just like this going, whatever. Right, okay, get your arms nice and straight, push through and down. And straight away you should be able to find a stretch. Now again, don't just go down and think, I can't feel anything, this is crap. Get a twist in, find a stretch, find an area of tightness and attack it, okay? Sink into it and go for it. Usually when we do this one before we do the bench one. So you might find that you've unlocked a bit of mobility. Okay, you might be a wee bit more flexible, so you might have to just add a slight twist. But again, if anything, just make sure those arms are nice and straight. Don't have the elbows bent. Play around with it, make sure you're going as far as you can, make sure you're getting the best out of it. Push the hands away, pull the body away. And slowly ease out of that one. Again, please, I encourage you that you don't just hold a crap stretch, okay? So during that whole stretch, I'm trying to maybe twist away, feel it a bit more, find any areas that need a bit of work and try and push through it, continually trying to push the arms away, okay, trying to lengthen out the arms and lengthen out the muscles that I'm stretching while keeping them relaxed, okay? So we have to keep them relaxed, otherwise it kind of defeats the purpose. So I'm going to do the opposite side. So now you're still going to feel it on both sides, but this just puts a wee bit of emphasis on one. Arms out in front, I'm going to get my right hand, I'm going to put it on top of my left hand. I'm going to slide my left hand out and put it on top of my right hand. And then, let's get into it, everybody. So I'm going to shut my face. We're going to hold this now. You know what you need to do. Get it done. Don't hold a crap stretch. Play around with it. Continually try to make it better. But more importantly, make sure you're relaxed. Make sure the muscles are relaxed. Right, out we pop, stand up, get a sip of water, shake out, shake those arms out. Okay, so that's us done the neck, done a bit of the shoulders, done the spine, upper back. So hopefully you're feeling a bit more loose, a bit loose there. Right, okay, so I'm lying down in front, boom, arms out to the side. Now the angle of your arm might change how you feel this stretch, but we're going to all start off with our arm just immediately out at the side at 90 degrees to our body. Yep. 90 degrees to our body. You can maybe go 45, you might even go up. But I want you to play around with that after and during the stretch, as I say, during the stretch. So I'm like this. I want you to keep the shoulder blade pulled together. Forget this arm, I don't know why I've done that, I'm confused everybody now. Shoulder blades pulled together, and all I'm going to do is rotate towards that arm. Okay, so straight away, Make sure you keep the palm flat on the ground, not this hand. I'm on my right arm. Okay, and this is where, try not to let your shoulder roll out the joint. Keep the shoulder blades squeezed together as you twist. Don't have to go too far before you start to feel this one. I'm sure you'll agree. Now, you can see my body. I'm just folding it up into any position I can to enhance this stretch. Now, you must stay relaxed, okay? So this hand stays on the ground. The arm that I'm stretching out, which is obviously my right, as you can see, has to stay relaxed. Don't start pushing it into the ground. So I can really get a good stretch on this one because I can really roll away and again use that body weight to really enhance this stretch. Now where you're feeling it is dependent on you. You might feel it on the chest, the pecs, or you might feel it in the shoulder more, or you might feel it in a bit of both. Now this is where I would say you can try going 45 degrees higher. Where do you feel that? Or you can try going 45 degrees lower. And where do you feel that? You'll probably find somewhere between where we were and a wee bit higher will target your chest more, okay? So I've gone a wee bit higher, maybe 45 degrees up the way, and I'm really feeling that in my chest, okay? But again, that's where I'm tight. You might not be. So play around with it. Find a position that feels like you're getting a damn good stretch, or the best stretch you possibly can. And all I want you to do is work it now for another minute. And what I mean by work it is, let's get it attacked. Stretch it out, keep it relaxed, work through it and try and increase that range a wee bit, okay? Again, we're not holding it at a point where it's nice and cozy. We're just trying to gradually take it further and further, but be sensible about it. Okay, and then I want you to slowly ease out of that one. So now you probably know what the best angle is for you. Okay, so you might as well go straight into it on the other side. If you want to get up and shake out, feel free, but I'm just going to get into the other side. So for me, out to the side and up a wee bit is where I was getting the best stretch for me, okay? Aye.
Your head on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lie your head on the ground.
Just chill out. Try, that's what I mean. Try to just chill out. So I'll get into the position I was in. I'm just sit. I don't know if my head was on the ground, to be honest, but it would be better. But it doesn't really matter. As long as you just try to relax, find that position you're getting the stretch in. But again, you might have to fold yourself up into a weird position with your legs, okay? So you can see I've kind of twisted myself into a right weird position. But again, the core focus is on here, keeping that shoulder blade tucked in. Don't let the shoulder roll out a joint, okay? So we're just trying to keep that shoulder in. Keep it relaxed. Find a position that you can just relax your way into the stretch. Okay, now sure, put your head down and chill out if you like. I don't know if I was before. I don't think I was. But that feels nice. I could probably fall asleep here. So again, just work through it. Try to enhance it any way you can. Play around with the position if you need to, but don't ease out of it. Work this one. This is a good one, okay? And again, the angle you've got your arm at is personal to you. Whatever you feel is getting the best stretch. Good, and then slowly ease out of that one. Hoot, hoot, hoot. And then again, I hope you enjoyed that one. So I'm going to put it to you now, live folks. The one with our fingers interlocked behind our back. Do you want to skip that one or do you want to do it? Kinda felt it on that one, but again, if you feel that benefits you more, let me know. The one where we've got our fingers interlocked and we sit back down onto our forearms and we feel it right in here. We want to do it. That'll do me. One person's fine. If one person wants to do it, I will do it. Right. So I'm sitting on my bahookie. I've got my hands behind my back, fingers interlocked, palms facing away from me. So your legs have to be out in front for this one. It'll make sense in a minute. Now, make sure you keep the fingers interlocked, and then all I want you to do is get down onto the forearms, okay? It might feel a bit dodgy to start with until you're down there, but that's all I'm doing. Okay, I'm getting down there. Now I want you just to shuffle your bum, plant the feet, chest up, shift your bum away from you. So all I'm doing is going from here, shifting my bum down towards my feet, keep the chest up, okay? Trying your best just to relax the arms, push the chest up through it, and you should feel this right in the kind of shoulder joint, okay? So those of you who maybe struggle with that crab position, so when we're doing maybe tabletop glute bridges, or we're doing, well, yeah, crabs, like I said, and you feel a lot of tightness in that position, this is probably the area in which you're feeling that tightness, okay? So again, all I'm doing to enhance the stretch is I just shift my bum an inch, hit, closer to my feet, until you can't take it further without losing form anymore. So I'm trying to relax as best I can, but I'm pushing up. I have to push up through it. I have to keep a bit of effort on this one to keep the stretch on. Okay, it's not one that you can just sit and chill out. No mention of a beach towel, please. Yep. Yeah. No sense. So imagine you're on a sun lounger. Yep. Imagine you're a sun lounger. You're just having a wee look, checking out the view. Look at that lovely beach. Yeah. Can't believe I'm on my holidays. Lovely. Except for some reason you've been handcuffed. So that's all we're trying to do. Sit up, push up through it, shift the bum one more. Okay, or if you can't, don't. But as long as you're getting a good stretch, play around with your position here. So we really have gone for a good bit of upper body tonight. This is good. I think I'm needing it. I hope you are too. Okay, and we're going to come out of this one slowly, safely, gradually. Good. Right. Forearms. We won't bother with the biceps, triceps. We'll get stuck into the forearms tonight. Again, sip of water if you need it. I need to keep reminding myself. Forearms. Forearms, let's get into it. So forearms, simple as, I'll show you side on. This is the uncomfortable one, but the damn good one. You might need to watch your watch. Watch your watch isn't too tight on your wrist, okay? And it is not too low down your wrist. All I'm doing, and straight away you'll probably feel this one, I'm planting not planting my feet, what are they? My hands. I'm planting my hands flat on the ground here, and my toes, not my toes, jeez, oh. My fingers. You're planting your hands on the ground, and your fingers are pointing towards your knees, as you can see. Yep, and then all I want you to do is just slowly lean back, okay? And all I'm doing is just simply trying to go back, trying to keep the whole hand on the ground, okay? Keep the whole, oh jeez, oh no, I'm joking. Oh my, oh my. Excuse me. Right, okay. Where was I at? It's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious what you have to do in this one, isn't it, really? Okay, you can feel how to enhance the stretch, and all I'm trying to do is just, again, it's important that you relax. That's why you could pretty much just go, boomf, ah, and really feel it, but you won't be relaxed. That's why I just want you to slowly introduce a little bit range each time. And again, just trying to completely relax those hands into the ground. So this can be a pretty horrible one. But again, for the most part, it's the most horrible when you come out of it and you're letting that blood flow back in. So be careful, be sensible, but go for it as well. Don't be shy of inflicting some torture on yourself. Try to relax at the same time. It doesn't work if it's that uncomfortable that you're fighting it, okay? You have to be relaxed. And like I say, it's pretty uncomfortable. Good, and I want you to ease out of that slowly, slowly, slowly. And again, this is the worst part because you'll just be like, ah! Pump the fists a few times, open and shut the fingers, shake them out. Yep, it's a horror, but it's a damn good horror. Okay, so just let everything flow again. Good. And then we're going to go back down and we're going to do the most unnatural feeling one in the world, where you probably feel like you're going to hurt yourself. And it's very easy to hurt yourself, so please take care. It's going to be the same idea, but we're going the other way, okay? So now I'm going to get my fingers. Why am I having trouble between fingers and toes tonight? Get my palms flat in the, not my palms. Oh, somebody else want to do this tonight. This just isn't working. Backs of your hand. Put the back of your hand flat in the ground. Yep. If it feels dodgy, if it feels bizarre, you're doing it right. Trust me here. So this is where you don't want to put too much weight on to begin with. Yep, because you know straight away you're not really meant to do this. But I'm going to just straighten, bloody seagulls. I'm going to just try to straighten my elbows out. Yep, try to straighten my elbows. Good, and you feel this one, okay? So I'm trying to simply go the other way. Now, where are you feeling it? You're going to feel it all down here, okay? You'll feel it right in the wrists as well. Again, be careful with this one. We don't want to put too much on too soon. I don't want you hurting yourself. But at the same time, it's a pretty good stretch. I'm sure you're feeling a good bit of mobilization. So we're going to hold this. I want you to try and focus on just getting those elbows a bit straighter, and you'll feel that stretch down the front of your wrists. Good, and then slowly, same again. Take them out, shake them out, pump the fists. Well done. Right, okay, we're not done yet though. That made it sound like... Right, so that's us pretty much gone from here to around about here. So we're going to attack the lower back next. We're going to get stuck into the lower back, and when I say next, it's not going to take long. And then we'll be done for the night, okay? So we're going to do the... Oh, what's the point? We're going to be doing it. I might as well just get into it. Right, okay, so I'm lying on my back. Don't go ahead of the game. It's not, maybe not the one you think. Knees together, ankles together. I want you to get your shoulder blades now before we start moving. Get them squeezed together and keep them pinned on the ground, arms out to the side. Now it's important. I'm going to start rotating my legs towards the right. It's important that the opposite, the left shoulder, is pinned. Okay, keep it pinned to the ground. And then I'm going to straighten out the top leg. I'm going to slide the bottom leg under, away. And I'm going to grab with my right hand, my right leg, right above the knee. And all I'm going to do here is simply twist my torso to the left while pulling my right leg down to the right, okay? So I'm basically twisting my body away from my leg. Now, if you stay relaxed, which is important, okay, I'm going to look away from you in a minute, but I need to talk so you can hear me. You'll feel it here. Anywhere from here, glutes, hip capsule to the lower back. Maybe you'll feel it in all those places. But what is very important here is that you're not fighting the stretch, okay? You must think about completely relaxing and then just go for it, okay? Now you can work this one a bit more by lifting the leg a wee bit higher up. Twist. Make sure you're relaxed. Okay, more specifically that leg here. Make sure that's just completely relaxed. Twist away from it. Another damn good stretch, this one, but again, it only works if those muscles are turned off. Complete dead weight. Pinning that leg. And again, if you're not feeling it, play around with it and get it right. Good. I'm going to simply change legs by bringing my legs back up. Knees together, ankles together. Again, get the shoulder blades squeezed together. Okay, now I'm going to simply rotate my legs off to the left while keeping my right shoulder pinned to the ground and rotating myself away from it, okay? So I've got my legs are going to the left, my body's going to the right. Straighten that leg out up on top. Slide the leg out from underneath, which is going to let you get that leg lower and help relax it more. Okay, so again, I'm going to pin that right leg with my left arm. Okay, maybe I got that wrong last time. I think I told you to pin the right leg with the right arm. That wouldn't work. It would have been your left leg with your right arm. So if anybody was confused, I do apologise. So all I'm doing here, I'm grabbing my right leg, which is straight, with my right arm, shift it up a wee bit, play around with the position, good grab, pin it towards the floor while you rotate away from it. Make sure that that top leg is completely relaxed. Okay, we'll feel it in the hip, you'll feel it maybe in the lower back. Again, it really depends. But making sure that you're twisting the torso away from the leg and just completely chilling out. Here I'm yawning now. Must be chilled out, must be working. Good. So again, hopefully you're feeling that. Keep twisting away, keep pulling away. Good. And relax, okay. Sit back up. Hit. Okay, now we're just going to target the lower back straight away now, okay? We're going to bring those, I'm struggling with names tonight. We're going to bring those knees up to the chest, lie back, and all we're trying to do here is just get that lower back and get a good bit of flexion into the lower part of our spine here again. Depending on how tight it is, you'll maybe feel it a lot, you might not feel it much at all, but I know I'll be feeling it. All I'm doing here is just bear hugging. Bear hugging my knees, okay, rather than just hold the knees. We want to get a good bit of strength, so just bear hugging the knees. Now, I'm going to roll back, but it's important, if your back's pretty tight, you don't just do this, you don't just go, boom, whack, okay, because straight away you're going to put a hell of a lot of pressure on there. So roll, I better show you how to do it properly. Roll back by all means, okay, but just don't go straight into a horrible bit of strain. Get the position, try to get up onto your upper back, and then all I'm doing is pulling those knees towards my chest while trying to let my lower back sink towards the ground. Now, if your back's pretty tight, or if you're doing this properly, should I say, your lower back will be nowhere near the ground, okay? Your tailbone's going to be way up, but I want you to imagine that you're trying your best to get it to relax, okay? And that's why you must just simply lie back, relax into the ground. That's why we've wedged these knees with a bear hug that we've locked off. So grab the wrist and lock it off and just try to relax into this one, okay? But be careful. If you're really tight, okay, just be careful. But again, we've got a lot of tightness here. Just make sure that you're actually lying evenly as well on your back. You're not off to the side. So that we've got a nice even distribution of stretch down that lower back. And again, the longer you hold this, just try to keep relaxing. Keep relaxing. Make yourself feel that you're heavy, sinking into the ground. Complete dead weight. Slowly ease out of it. Slowly, steadily, carefully. Hurt, hurt. And again, if your hip flexors are feeling a wee bit achy, that's because we've just crushed them. Okay, so just move your legs, let everything kind of regulate, and that's us, everybody, we're done.